quickly get my clothes changed. I've got like 6 minutes. Alright, let's go. Got like 4 minutes and I need to get some food. I am not prepared for this in the slightest. Hey, Exlon.
2 minutes to spare?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need some
Okay.
food.
Go get food. I gotta go let Anita know you're here.
Thank you.
You're late at being early.
I'm sorry.
She's here.
Where is she?
She's here. She's here. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Who are you dealing with?
Trying to bully Bounce and Daisy's running.
Well, just be like, hey, I'm alone. She's here. I need you. Hey, guys, yeah, guys, right now. Come on. Send it.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Stand
You're
by.
ready,
We'll try to
super
locate.
ready.
Congrats. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh, was that meant for
Oh,
me,
God.
Hover?
That was meant for you, definitely.
Jesus Christ.
Just
I'm
wait till
sorry.
you
out
have
of
your
the
interview,
loop.
Horver. That's gonna be remembered.
Yep, I'll never forget this now.
Listen, I'm not
Oh, no.
applying for ages, okay?
Anita doesn't forget.
Yep, I don't. I'm gonna see your day every day, and then that
You're-
hair. I
Do
can
you
forget that
remember
hair,
my
though.
name?
It's Thomas, right?
Tommy, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, there
Wait.
it is. I didn't even,
Oh my god,
it's
this
just
makes me so
him saying it
nervous.
once. I already know it.
Okay. Wait, actual question. Am
Mhm.
I allowed to have my pink hair or no?
Hey, as a dispatch, I'm pretty sure you
2?
can.
Well, when I apply.
No.
Perfect. No? Oh.
My blue hair's gonna have to go bye-bye.
Yeah, probably.
It's fine, I've been prepared.
We've
I'm
been
gonna go
I'm
blonde.
not prepared to
Going
go.
blonde.
Hey, Vale.
Hey,
Hello,
Vil.
ma'am.
Dispatch 660, 1042.
Copy that. 616 marking you 42. Oh, 750.
I mean, Bass just left at Martini.
Listen.
Yeah, he just
Let
sprinted
me
off.
You're
grab
on
Daisy.
radio one, not me.
Yeah, but she
I
clearly
thought-
wanted you to do it.
I really wanted me to do it. Okay.
Just wanted to see if you was doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
Too much. Any units still on channel 2?
Yeah, you wanna know why I'm late?
Hmm.
Because I fucking left my bike downstairs in the parking lot.
Buddy, follow us. Come here.
I had to run.
So, since you are shift 2, do you know where the
Hell
Los
yeah.
Santos billboard office is?
No.
You prepared?
Okay, if you look at your GPS, it's a almost
No.
perfectly square building at the corner of Heritage Way and Movie Star
You
Way.
scared?
Yes.
One of the employees there has came up to me a few times saying that they've come down from their office and there's been people like handing off very large packages in their lobby, and whenever they approached them, they got rolled up on by motorcycles with guns. And apparently one of the people
Interesting.
that was there was Rami El Rahman. So it's very outside of my shift.
You said Heritage and what other location?
Heritage and Movie Star.
Has
it's
Anita
right
been
across
running
the
around
street from
crazy
Movie
looking
Star.
for me?
Got you. Okay. All right.
Hey, did you already do that
Hey,
plate?
Chris,
So
Or...
if you guys wanna
Anita's
take a
been
look at it
sprinting
again.
around saying, "Where is she? She's late."
All right, let's go, Louise.
I'm coming.
You're late already.
I'm sorry.
That 401, you're late.
Yep.
What'd you say, Tommy?
Where would you like me to sit?
In the middle, in front of the
Okay.
projector. You're not sitting. Jesus Christ, coming to an interview thinking she's gonna be sitting? Oh my god.
Oh, actually, I was asked to sit in my interview, but I was like, sitting makes me uncomfortable. Can I just stand?
All right, I'm gonna get the microphone.
Oh.
All right, there it is. All right, Louise, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And can you hear us in front of the projector on our side?
Yeah,
Come
get
on,
closer to us.
dude. You have like the lights flashing into your face.
I'm used to it.
Oh, well, is
I
Ow,
come
amen.
in here and practice speeches all the time.
oh okay? How's that going for you?
It's just a little bit of self-confidence. Makes me feel better about my day.
Oh, okay.
I will be
Very-
shining this flashlight in your face for a while.
Okay. Oh my
Okay,
god, I'm
go
so
in.
scared.
Tell us about yourself, Louise.
Yeah, so my name is Louise Campbell. I am 23. Unfortunately, I was born in the worst month ever, and I was born in December. I was 5 days before Christmas. My backstory through my life isn't really that great. I had a British childhood, so I didn't really grow up in the best of ways. But I decided, well, as I got older and came out of college, I wanted to come travelling. I came to the US. I've travelled multiple cities. I've been Florida, I've been North Carolina, I've been quite a few places, and I've spent some time there. You know, it wasn't just like a 1 week, 2 week trip into each city. It was like months and months to get to know the place, get to know the people around. And then I've decided to come here to Los Santos, and I'm really enjoying it here. The people here are very comfortable to be around. They are very sweet, and I've found some nice people inside the LEO departments as well. Since coming here, I became a dispatcher, and it's been a fun job, for sure. I have had previous LEO work, so to be dispatch and not actually out on the field for the time that I have, it's been a nice change, because I get to be at this side of it and help out the civilians a little bit more than just patrolling, and I get to help them with the making the reports and just being there for them to talk to if they've been robbed or kidnapped, just to make them feel a little bit better about the day after they've had an awful day. I'm quite a person pleaser. I like to make people feel happy, and I have a bit of a bubbly personality. But however, even with my bubbly personality, I am still strict when it comes to certain things. I feel there's a time and a place for seriousness, and I will place it where it is needed. But other than that, I'm generally very easygoing and very easy to get along with.
At the start of
Be that
that, you
bad.
said that you had a British childhood, so it wasn't the best. What is not good about a British childhood?
Well, I think it all just depends on the area that you grew up in Britain. So I was West Yorkshire, so it wasn't really the best of places, especially in Bradford, out of all places. I wasn't in like the populated areas of Bradford. I was on the estates, so I had a council upbringing. While I'm never gonna be not grateful for my bringing, I do sometimes wonder what it would have been like to have been in a different type of upbringing, but I like where I am and I see good things with my future, and I like the way that I'm meeting people as I am, so I will never not be grateful for the way I was brought up.
You wanted to live in London?
No, I always heard that London was so expensive, so that was always like something I didn't want to do, but I always wanted to be open about visiting London, and I only ever visited it once or twice. I didn't really stay there for long, so I didn't really get to see much of it. I've not actually seen a lot of the UK, to be honest.
Why do you want to be a law enforcement officer?
I just love helping people. Being here, I've helped the public as much as I could from being a dispatcher, and through my time here, I've seen the times where there's the house robberies that have been unattended to, or the store robberies, or even just the general patrolling in areas where people have been saying, you know, I've been robbed in this area, and I would love to be able to get out there and be patrolling those areas to try and get the crime numbers down there, especially in the hills. There's a lot that goes on in there, and I want to help out. You guys do amazing jobs, and I just want to help out and get some stress off of all the LEOs and just be a good addition to the team.
All right. So, what's your greatest strengths and weaknesses?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So one of my weaknesses would probably be when it comes to change. Sometimes I don't like it, depending on what the change is. If I feel it's something that is working well as it is, I don't like to see it change. But with that weakness, I will overcome it, because sometimes, even if a change works, change is always needed in certain areas to improve things. So I would still adapt to it, it just takes a little bit of time. One of my strengths, I would probably say, is that like I get along with people really easy, and people get along with me really easily. So when it comes to even being a colleague or being an officer out on the streets speaking to the public, I will always be someone that can be spoken to, and I'll always be there and be able to help out as best as I can.
All right. So, why should we hire you? Imagine that we only have one slot and there's 10 applicants, right? Why should we hire you and not the other ones?
Okay. I think that I should be hired because not only will I patrol the areas that are unpatrolled, other than Southside, of course. If I was going to do Southside, I would definitely have multiple units with me, but I'd only be down there if there was calls going on. But I would patrol the areas that are unpopulated, but I have a lot of crime going on, to help out stable out the numbers of crime, get those numbers low. But also because I am strict on upholding SOPs and policies. I know that there's times and a place when you can have a little bit of fun around SOPs. But when it comes to the strict stuff, you know, when you've got to crack down, such as your bank robberies, I'd be the one to be tough, and I wouldn't let anyone walk over me if there was the people inside the bank in there.
All right. Do you have any previous experience?
I do, yeah. So in the city that I came from, I actually got all the way up to the rank of chief of police, and then I also did head of training.
Okay. So, do you know what reasonable suspicion is?
Yeah, so reasonable suspicion is where you have reasonable belief to believe that a crime has been committed, is being committed, or will be committed. And with that, you will also be able to frisk someone if you have any of those suspicions. If you do frisk them and you feel, say, a bulge in their pocket and it feels like it could be a knife or a pistol, that could then give you the probable cause to go ahead and search them, because you have then the probable cause that they have a weapon on them if they didn't declare it.
Okay. So, what can you do with reasonable suspicion, and what can you do with probable cause?
So with reasonable suspicion, you can detain someone, question them, and GSR them. Then with those, that could potentially lead you to your probable cause. However, with your probable cause, you can't put them in cuffs and arrest them and bring them down to the cells to be booked.
Can you put them in cuffs when you have RS?
Yes, you can put them in
Okay.
cuffs in both. However, if you don't have the probable cause to arrest them, you would have to release them from cuffs with reasonable suspicion and let them go.
So, what's the Miranda warning and associated constitutional amendments?
I don't actually know that one. I don't believe that was something that I had in the previous city. However, I know what the Miranda Rights are, and I know that you should use them whenever you are going to be arresting someone, so that way anything they do or say can and will be used. However, some people have it in practice that the minute you have them in cuffs, to say that just in case they do release any information that could help your case.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So what does the Miranda warning, like? Which rights do they have? I don't want you to read the Miranda warning. I want you to like tell me which rights they have.
They have the right to remain silent and also the right to an attorney.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go over to some scenarios. All right.
Okay.
You're patrolling with Trooper Andrews as your FTO. While on the traffic stop with Kiki Chanel, Trooper Andrews becomes irritated with Miss Chanel and orders her out of the vehicle. The situation continues to escalate as she is physically restrained with handcuffs. Miss Chanel spits in Trooper Andrews' face, causing him to punch her in her Adam's apple and dropping her like a sack of potatoes. While clutching her shattered
my God, that is
Adam's
so
apple,
hard.
he continues to kick her while she's on the ground. What do you do?
I would try and separate Andrews. I understand that if, you know, they do something towards an officer, stuff can be escalated. However, I think that was a little less of a reason to be as lethal. So I would just try and separate them and obviously keep Andrews' word, because he's my FTO. He's my command at that point. So I would definitely keep in touch with Andrews on what would be going on with the situation. However, I believe having those two together wouldn't be good because it's escalated between them both as it is. And then I would definitely get Kiki some medical treatment because she's going to need it.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Would you
I feel
contact
so
any
bad.
supervisors?
Yes, I would. To that point, I don't feel like Andrews would be the best to handle it, and I wouldn't want to handle it without my FTO, given the fact that I'm on a ride along. I would definitely get a supervisor there to help assist.
You're gonna snitch on Andrews?
Not necessarily snitch, but just
You're a snitch on a trooper.
no,
It's
not
a
nec-
trooper.
not necessarily snitch, but just to help me out and just say Kiki escalated things because she did, and just, you know, say that I think we're gonna need help in this traffic stop because things escalated.
Okay, well,
She was
yeah.
snitch on a trooper.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. And okay, So you're saying that Kiki escalated things, but she was in handcuffs.
But she did spit on a trooper. You should never
Oh,
spit
but
on an
the
officer.
bitch
That's a sign of
deserved it.
disrespect.
You should have helped Andrews. What the hell? Take the bitch to Grapeseed PD and just
Yeah.
finish it there.
What happens in grapeseed stays in grapeseed. Like 95%
Yep.
of the time.
Yeah, 90. Yeah, just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, bass and something. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
What's your take on it?
I mean, I'm not one for. I'm not violent at all. So, I'm generally, like I said, I'm pretty easygoing. So as long as people respect me, I respect them, and I'd still uphold as much as I could without going to certain lengths.
Okay. So, you're saying that you're
Well,
not a
that's
violent
crazy.
person. You do need to be a violent person for this job, though, right?
Oh yeah, I understand that, but I mean, like, I wouldn't retaliate just because of the whatever happened between Andrews and Kiki. Obviously, I understand if I had to retaliate, then I would. But if Kiki then isn't being violent towards me after they've been split, then I'm not going to be violent towards her. I'm
Okay.
following my escalation of force there.
All right. Okay, next question. You witnessed Mike Block aiming a gun at someone at Legion Square and rob them. During the robbery, a third individual attempts to intervene and strikes Mike Block with a baseball bat. What do you do?
Oh, that's a tough one. So I'd probably start off with trying to separate him if he continues. But I would probably go towards getting him out of the area, maybe even if I have to tasing him and putting him in cuffs because he has just assaulted someone. And see about getting 77s so that they can take one suspect and then I can deal with the other.
Okay. All right.
I got the
So,
scenarios is so fucked.
you said that you wanted to separate them. How would you do that? What would you say, like, to them?
I think that would be the time where I'd have to not get violent, but kind of be demanding and really put my foot in there and just tell them that they need to separate them, and I would separate them. I wouldn't just tell them they need to separate themselves. I would separate them myself and pull them to the side if I had to, because
How would
one's
you
been
do that?
assaulted. I would put them in handcuffs and handcuff them to a bar so they can't move.
It's
Okay,
just
would
Mike
you-
Block though. Like, is it really worth that much effort?
I don't actually know who Mike Block is, believe it or not.
Oh my god.
Yep, I've heard his name
Oh, you
thrown
precious
around.
soul.
But I
Oh,
have
you
I have
precious
never
soul.
ever heard him in the shift 1 shift.
Oh, you precious soul. You.
You poor
just-
uncorrupted soul.
Oh my god. You keep yourself as as innocent as you can on that one. Oh god.
I'll try
If
my
anyone
best.
tries to tell you stories about Mike
Yeah.
Block, just don't listen. Run away.
Yeah, don't listen.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Sorry. Okay. So do you have a gun on you or a flashlight or something?
Nope. I have
Taser?
no weapons on me currently. I have the weapons license, but I've never gone to get a weapon or
Okay.
anything because I've never
Alright.
needed to.
All right. I'm gonna give you a taser.
Okay.
Run. What's in her pocket, Anita?
What do you mean what's in her pocket?
Yeah, tell me what's in her pockets. It's very important for a question that I have.
What do you have in your pockets?
I
That's a hole
have
in her shirt. I can see that.
I have a citizen's card, IFAC, my watch and compass, some sandwiches and water, and a radio, and then my earphones for dispatch.
Okay.
Oh, and then a Samsung.
Okay. Now, have you picked up the taser?
There we go.
Okay. All right. I'm Mike Block. All right.
Okay.
Pointing my gun at her. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Then.
Oh no, dog.
Wait.
Don't
Yeah.
hit me.
What
Don't
would you
hurt
do
me,
in this
dog.
situation?
I think at this one, I would I'd definitely
have
get
a
my
pistol.
taser out. But in this point it's a pistol, so I would definitely use my pistol just to insert my dominance in here, and I'd then tell him to put his weapon down. And if
But
he,
I want you to tell me. I don't want you to say what you're
Okay.
going to do. I want you
Okay.
to tell me. Let's
Tell
roll.
her.
Let's role play this out.
okay,
Hey,
So-
dog, give me the money, dog.
Oh shit, dog. Okay. I
Put
only
that
got, like,
gun down
$5,
now.
Dog.
God, dog.
I'm gonna
I
give you
don't
this
see
one
any-
last one, and if you
Oh,
do
shit,
not,
you got-
if
I'll
you
give
do not drop that
$5,
weapon,
that's fine.
I will shoot.
God, dog.
3
Oh,
seconds.
God.
You're in
Three,
my
Please,
block,
man,
dog.
2,
help me.
You're in
1.
my block apartment thingy.
Pew, 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 pew,
that's
pew.
gonna- And then I shoot the hostage.
I've just shot you.
She said pew pew pew.
But I had the gun on the hostage, right?
But I also demanded you to put your weapon down twice, and if you didn't, I was gonna shoot you.
Okay. All right. Keep that taser on. Make more of these.
Okay, now my question about what is in your pockets,
Okay.
minus the taser. Everything that you have on you right now, how long do you think you would last in a zombie apocalypse?
Not long at all, because I don't carry food that often because it tends to go bad really quickly. So I think I'd be definitely terrible. However, I think me having a phone would be a good thing because I could definitely try and get in contact with someone if there's still lines open to try and get me the stuff I needed.
She wouldn't last very long.
No. She
Would
didn't
have to
even
protect
thought
her.
about
She would
like
be the
break.
deadbeat.
Yeah, she didn't even thought about like, well, with these things, I might try to break in somewhere, just get the food and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Just
it's a zombie apocalypse. You're not gonna leave the building you're in because then you're risking your safety.
But then if the building you're in gets compromised, you're dead. Haven't you
Yep.
seen The Walking Dead?
I've seen a little
I've
bit of
seen
it.
I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Haven't
Bring
you
it all
seen
to me.
Shaun of the Dead? You have to find a way to get to the Winchester.
Oh, that's true. I'm definitely gonna start preparing now. Now you got me scared thinking there's an apocalypse coming.
Always
Yep.
prepare for an apocalypse.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
prepare myself.
I had a dream about a zombie apocalypse a long time ago in the city. Gotta be ready.
I never had that dream.
That was a very cool dream.
Well,
I
at
had a
least
dream
I have
that
my
Coca-Cola
At
people
least
went
if
to
I'm here, I have my
banquet.
binders in my locker to entertain me.
Yeah, hopefully you can eat the cards in your binder and
Oh,
that'll
yeah,
sustain you.
Let's
Be nice.
say that you raid a grocery store on a zombie apocalypse. What do you go for first?
Carbs. Carbs would be the best thing because it expands when you drink water. So it will fill the hunger a little bit more. So that I wouldn't need as much as that. I'd have more space to carry stuff. And then I'd
Okay,
see
smart.
definitely about getting weapons so that way then I can protect myself against zombies.
See, my first thing would be a weapon.
I would go for the canned food. I really like beans.
No, see, canned food doubles as food and a weapon because you could throw the can at the zombie, and if you
Yeah.
throw it hard
Oh,
enough, it
that's
kills the zombie, and you just
true.
pick it back up, and then
Yep, that is true.
That is true, that's true. I
Very
never
fun,
thought
right
about the
there.
canned food.
I would last a very long time in a zombie apocalypse. I've thought about this question for many years.
Now all I can see is I'm going to be sat doing my dispatch work and I'm just going to be sat writing stuff down on how to prepare now.
Good. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
I'm going to get a baseball bat with spikes on it.
Exactly.
Daisy, do you have a bunker in your house full of like things and so on so you can barricade yourself?
Maybe.
Understandable. Alright, you show up to a house robbery call, and your partner, Brenda Pancakes, is immediately shot and falls to the ground. You notice the robber running away from you towards an alleyway. What do you do?
Oh, this one's a tough one. So they've just shot an officer. So that right there is a red flag. I'd definitely see if I could get a shot off before they reach the alley. Just to see if I can, put them down. Just like they've done with Pancakes, because that's not right. That's fucked up. You should never shoot an officer. But then my priority would be to help the officer, put pressure on the wounds, get it to safety, and move out of the way. Make sure that the scene's clear by getting additionals and getting EMS there as soon as possible. But I'd definitely get the 78s. Make sure that the scene's completely clear before the EMS rolling.
So you would shoot at the guy and then try to take care of Brenda before you ever called for backup.
No, oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. But I would call for backup for sure. And then I would get Brenda and try and get away while trying to, make sure the wounds are stable, and then call for the EMS once I'm well away from the scene and the scene's code.
Why didn't you follow him to the alleyway? Shooting people, it's funnier.
It may be, but at the end of the day, every officer should be coming home. So my priority would be making sure that Brenda's wounds are tended to sooner than later. Because depending on where she's shot, she could start bleeding out really fast.
Why didn't you just yell Tennessee versus Garner and mag dump him right when you saw him?
I mean, you could. You could definitely do it, but like you said, he was running into an alley, so chances are he's very close, and I'm not really going to be able to get that many shots into him.
What if he blew up a school bus full of kids, then shot Brenda?
I'd still
And
stand
then
for
he
the
would
same
run.
thing. Brenda does need tending to sooner rather than later. However, that bastard needs taken down. It's not right. Not right blowing up kids
Nope.
and
Nope.
and shooting officers. Fucked up.
But the kids, because Brenda's irreplaceable.
Brenda's great.
I know, it's just for the interview. I love
I miss
Brenda.
Brenda.
Come on, what the
I love
fuck?
Brenda so much,
Oh,
dude.
Brenda. I haven't seen her in so long, bro. I think she's doing good. I don't know, every time I see her, she's just smaller, but still,
She's so tiny.
she is so tiny. That's true. Like Tessa, she's tiny, but Tessa's like a tiny tall. Brenda's just tiny.
I don't think I've met Brenda.
She's very small.
Yeah.
She has very small feet too.
I feel like I want to meet Brenda.
You should meet
She's-
Brenda.
Yup, 100%.
Everyone should meet Brenda.
Agree. All right. You respond to a shots fired call on Grove Street. You arrive and see a man laying on the ground bleeding. He's clearly wearing the color purple. Nearby, you see another individual wearing green with a firearm in his hand, still aiming the weapon at the injured man. What do you do?
I would definitely raise my weapon. However, I don't think in that scenario it would be in my best interest to raise it at him, given the fact that we're in gang turf. If I did that, I'm probably just going to get blasted. So I would definitely call 78s first before even trying to de-escalate the scene, because I'm going to need the numbers.
Okay. How would you, all right, point the taser out against this laptop here, all right? Let's pretend that the laptop is the person with the firearm. What would you do?
If I had my weapon raised to him,
Mm-hmm.
I'd tell him to...
say it, No, I want you to role play
Okay.
it out with the laptop.
Sir, put that weapon down and step away from him. And then if he continued, I'd say it again, and I'd give him this last order and say, "Sir, put that weapon down. If you do not put that weapon down, I will have to shoot. You've got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then if it's not put it down, it's gonna be shot."
Okay, now I'm the guy in green. She is the one in purple. Now,
God, why me?
actually do what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Don't tell us what you're gonna do, just do it.
East side.
East side Molly.
So put that weapon down.
No, you stay out of here, dog.
Put that weapon down. I'm gonna have to shoot.
No.
This is your last order. You've got 3 seconds. Pum 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 pum.
The second that somebody points a gun at you, just shoot them. Anita, you can get off the
Man,
ground.
why did I have to be the one in purple, dog?
I don't know.
Be
dog.
cold.
You were the one that listed the scenario, dog.
True, true. All right, you come outside of Mission Row, and Trooper Snow is waiting to FTO you. He tells you to pull out a car, and then he starts to go on his usual rant about space. You then get a 911 call from Andy saying that the chicken man was at the tavern. Do you interrupt Snow?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I feel like interrupting Snow while he's on his space rant, that's such a bad idea. But I feel like we need to respond to the caller as well, so I think I might just let him go on with his rant and just respond to it and just listen at the same time.
So let's say that this chicken man, is a serial killer.
Okay.
He's just like, just continue, let Snow go, be completely distracted, not knowing where you guys
No,
are, not ready for.
until we get up to there, I'll let him have his rant, and then I'll be like, Snow, right, now we've got to buckle down. We've got a serial killer. We're gonna need to deal with him. However, if it's a non-serial killer and there is some MCD on, I would definitely see if we could get them in that call too, because it's definitely their place rather than mine.
I think she's gonna suck up to Snow. Yeah. What the hell, bro? Oh God.
Like we're gonna get an anonymous 911 saying that somebody's dead on the side of the road and they just got hit by a car, and then she'll call MCD.
All right. Huh. You witnessed Trooper Copper running from Julio with a knife. Earlier in that day, Julio told Officer Toretti that he was finally fed up and he was going to kill Copper. Obviously, Toretti did nothing as usual. What do you do?
That's a tough one, because snitching on a cop is like never a good thing, and I wouldn't really want to, because as much as people say stuff like that, you never know if they're gonna follow through with it. But it's always good to know it, so that way then if it's said later on, you could sit and think back, well, you know what, they did actually mention it. But I don't know with that one, because we don't actually know really if Toretti heard it or not. For all we know is Toretti could have been spaced out at the time for whatever reason.
Probably eating Chipotle.
Say again.
True.
Oh yeah, would have been. However, at the end of the day, the guy still needs dealing with, so that'd be the first priority before even thinking about if Toretti heard it or not.
Okay, how would you deal with him?
Oh, that's a tough one, because I can't really go to Toretti about it because he's my command and I'm not his. But at the same time, I bring it up to him and just say, I've been told X, Y, and Z. What's your take on it? Because I'd want to see if Toretti was aware of it or not, and then I'd want to see why he may have not flagged it. Because to me, if someone say threatened, say Underwood, then I'd make that known to officers and be like, "Hey, I just had a threat made against Underwood. Let's keep a close eye on Underwood." So that way, then, if anything was to happen later on down the line, we knew it was, flagged.
Okay. Just the first part of the question was you witnessed Trooper Copper running from Julio with a knife, though. I do need to understand for you to answer. What would you do in this situation?
If he was running at Copper with a knife, because he hasn't technically lunged for it, I would definitely have my weapon out and I would see if I can get him to drop the knife before he actually gets to Copper. However, if he gets closer to Copper, that's when stuff would start escalating, and if he don't put it away, he's gonna get shot.
How close do you think is too close when someone is chasing someone with a knife?
This
From that chair to that chair.
like this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Anita hit me.
Get
Get the chair.
them in the chair. See? Sorry,
That
Daisy.
hurt. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm sorry.
So, point is, this is very, very close. And it hurts a lot. So you would wait until they're that close, running at Copper with a knife, before you did something.
Well, as I stated, the distance that I gave them at, even if he tried lunging with the knife, he wouldn't really get that close to Copper with the knife because he's just gonna stab thin air, really. But if he was to get closer by whatever means, if by any chance he's on coke or whatever he is on, then that's, definitely when it's time to start stepping up the game on it.
Hey, Copper's running away and you hear her yell, "Shoot this motherfucker." What do you do?
Shoot that motherfucker because Copper's a trooper and I'm gonna trust a word.
What if Copper is off duty?
Ooh. I mean, Copper still knows her shit, but with that one, it's a little bit harder because we don't really know what's going on. In the other one, we may have been following, so we know what's been going on if she was on duty. However, with that one, it's a little bit harder. But like I said, if he's to get close with the knife, then that's when it becomes an issue.
You don't trust Copper's word when she tells you to shoot somebody?
No, I trust Copper 100%. I trust most of the officers. I've heard of you all on radio, and I've spoke to a lot of the officers around here, and I trust every single one of you to pretty much down to a T. But however, if there's no reason for me to escalate, I shouldn't be escalating because that goes to court. That shit's gonna fuck me over.
Fuck the DOJ.
Bro.
Yeah, and that they are fucked.
All right. Okay. Well, Louise, do you have any questions for us?
No, not really. I'm just happy
Alright.
to have had an interview.
Okay. All right. Well, you have any other interviews?
Yeah, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Ooh. Yes, because it's kind of in between two pieces of bread.
Okay. What about cereal? Do you think cereal's a soup?
No,
Why not?
because it's not thick, unless you're having porridge.
Okay, why does soup have to be thick?
Well, most soup I've had's thick. And it's normally got like carrots or beans or chicken in it. Whereas cereals, nice sweet cereal or chocolate cereal, that's not worthy of a soup. I mean, no, the soup's not worthy of cereal.
Do you only make soup one way?
Yeah, in the microwave.
Oh my god. God, Anita, you do microwave soup, Jesus Christ.
How the hell does one do microwave soup?
You just stick
Ow.
it in a jug, microwave it for 2 minutes, and it warms it up.
So the soup is already pre-made.
Yeah, but you gotta warm it up to make it taste nice. Old soup's not nice.
No, it's not. I agree on that one. So you don't actually do the soup.
No, I never make my own soup. I have tinned soup.
Hmm.
I only ever have soup when I'm poorly, though.
You said that only porridge was like thick. Do you consider porridge a soup?
No.
Is pizza a pie?
No, because the pastry is different. In fact, pizza's a dough, not a pastry.
No further questions.
Well, thank you for the interview. I appreciate it.
All right, Louise, thank you so much for coming here today. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
We'll stay in contact.
Would you like this taser back?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course.
Nice.
It was a test on her
There
to
you
see
go.
if she was paying attention. Duh. Yep, you passed the last test. You're good.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Bye, Louise.
Have a good day.
Oh my god, that was so nerve-wracking. Like, I feel like I fucked up so much.
Hi, Louise.
Here you go. It's
Hi.
628-450-6527.
Oh, I didn't get that guy's number. Why is my phone not working?
Okay, and how long ago
Did Oxlon go off duty? What?
I mean, within the last like 15 minutes. I was so I was going to work and I stopped at the ammunition before the Mirror Park Bridge, and as I got out of my car, there was a car behind me, but it was like a normal.
Oh, I feel like I fucked up so much.
What?
One second, I just need time to write this all down.